Okay, here's a quick presentation for you on Chapter 3, Nice to Eat You, a chapter about vampire character archetypes. So basically, Foster starts off with explaining to us that in romantic literature, vampires started off as attractive older male characters who stole the life of young, beautiful, innocent women, and that basically this was a way for authors to talk about older men preying on the sexuality of young women without actually coming out and talking about sex, because that would have been really inappropriate back then. Um, so, over time, though, we start to see all a different type of a vampire archetypal character start to emerge. Not all of the types, or, I'm sorry, not all of the vampire archetypal characters look like Dracula, sleep in a coffin, are nocturnal, have an affinity for bats, are afraid of garlic, etc., etc. It's also important to remember that now, when we have so many different vampire books, movies, TV shows to choose from, not all of those characters who are actual physical vampires follow the vampire archetype. So here's an example for you real quick. So, on the left, we have the Queen from Snow White and the Huntsman. She follows the vampire archetype very, very well. Okay, she preys on the innocence and youth of other younger women. She steals their beauty in order to stay immortal forever. Literally, she's an example of a vampire. And then we have Edward Cullen on the right side, not a true vampire archetype. Granted, yes, he drinks blood. He used to drink the blood of humans to stay alive, but in the form we find him in Twilight, he's not actually preying on anybody. He preys on animals. And doesn't steal the life force of Bella or anything like that until, they he does that to save her life. Sorry, spoilers. So many spoilers. He does it to save her life and actually doesn't kill her, but makes her stronger, makes her more herself. So, definitely not preying on anybody, and he's not following a true vampire archetype, despite the fact he is an actual vampire. So, symbolically, vampire characters are going to be any force that preys on, thrives on the taking of life, strength, or innocence. And generally, vampire characters are going to be manipulative, dishonest, secretive, and predatory. They're looking out for their best interest. They're never honest with their victims. And over time, they can weaken the person that they are preying on, either mentally, physically, emotionally. And in a way, it's pretty much abusive. So look for that when you are looking at characters as well. See if they are preying on anybody and stealing anybody else's life force in order to benefit themselves. And in some cases, even society can be a vampire like force. If you think about the Hunger Games, the Capitol preys on the members of its districts in the Hunger Games in order to maintain its strength. The Hunger Games are a show of strength for the government to say, like, we're in power, we are in control of you, we can do whatever we want, and, we're not even going to kill your kids, we're going to have your kids kill each other. So, in a way, the Capitol in the Hunger Games is a vampire archetype, and it keeps the characters in control and makes them, feel powerless and makes them feel weak, and, keeps them out of control. So, that's a quick summary of Chapter 3, Nice to Eat You, about vampires. Stay tuned for some more videos. I'll be putting up a bunch more today, and enjoy!